Hi, cat. Come and get some mango, baby.
One, two, 1, 2, 3. Self-awareness is a superpower. My name is KathyLaDonna. Welcome to Soul and Vibration. I hope the free thinkers are doing well. And if you're not doing well, I'm happy to remind you that you are the most powerful person that you know. You are the most powerful person that you know because only you can create your reality. Hey guys, today is Wednesday, January 10th, and the energies in the day adds up and reduced to number 1 vibration. If today is your birthday, happy birthday. So when it comes to the energies in today, the number 1 is amplified. So with the number 1 being amplified the way it is, Mercury is the ruler of the day also. So a lot of focus is on our mind. Our thoughts are taking over as far as us just thinking about the possibilities when it comes to all kind of things. We're just having a whole bunch of great ideas. And I feel like a day like this that's filled with so much thinking and ideas, you definitely want to write them down, because you'll find that from writing down your good ideas, and this is something that clicked for me a little bit now, but from writing down your great ideas, you'll realize that each idea is a piece of the puzzle and pretty much repetitive, coming out in different way, guiding you in the same direction. So you might have an idea today to start this kind of business, and then an idea next week to start that kind of business, and just idea. If you look at the core of all of them, there's some foundational aspect to all of them that highlight your strong points. You know, that highlights what you're here to do. And you could pretty much do any of these things and bring that thing out that's within you. But there might be a specific thing that you need to do to bring that thing out within you, because the specific thing is one that you will do effortlessly, one that you will have the ability to respond to. So it won't feel like a burden on your back or some heavy responsibility, because you have the ability to respond to this thing. And to me, to have the ability to respond to a thing means in the process of me being me, this thing gets done. Like the thought that's coming to mind is like the whole love language thing, and how when we're paired up with the person who shares our love languages and we share theirs, then in the process of us being ourselves, they feel loved. And in the process of them being them, we feel loved. An example of that might be, say, for example, you're someone who shows the people that you're someone who shows love to the people in your life by doing acts of service. And you love doing acts of service for the people in your life. And you love when they affirm you and tell you thank you and tell you that they appreciate what you've done. And you met someone, and this person loves when people do acts of service to them. Maybe it reminds them of being a kid and they had a mom who was very hands-on that did that. So, you know, your acts of service makes them feel so loved, and they love affirming the people in their lives by telling the people in their lives how much they care about them, how grateful they are, how thankful they are. So it's like those two energies coming together is like powerful, because in the process, both people are just being themselves. And in the process of being themselves, they're making each other feel so loved. To me, I feel like that's such a perfect reflection of us showing up and having the ability to respond to something, us doing something that comes, that just oozes out of us. And in the process, we're helping others and getting paid to do that. I feel like we all have the ability to respond to something, but of course, we've all been conditioned to visualize ourselves in positions that we don't belong in. Like I said in one of the recent videos, is like through marketing movies and things like that, we've been giving templates of what our lives could look like. And we visualize ourselves in that template, and we don't belong in that template, but we hold on that image. It feels real. We do everything to fight to create that reality, but it's not our reality. It's not real or true to us. So when we achieve this goal, when we complete college, when we, get married and we do all these things that we thought we were supposed to do, because that's the image of the template, we feel awful because we should be happy, but we don't feel happy. And the reason why we don't is because, again, we force ourselves into something that wasn't in alignment with our truth. We're forcing ourselves to show up and respond to something we don't have the ability to respond to. We're in a situation that, we're not able to utilize all of our gifts and our abilities. So we're bored, we're frustrated when we don't listen and trust ourselves. Ooh, so when it comes to the elk energy brings me to surrendering. Ooh, this brings me to surrendering. It's almost like surrender. And it's what comes to mind with this energy is like the thought that was just in my mind is like God, the universe, creator, whatever you call it, saying, go sit down until I call you. Is what I'm getting with this energy. It's like, go sit down until I call you. And for some of us, the worst thing ever is sitting until we're called. And I remember when I was going through that, where I think it was like back in a few years back, when all I was doing was like working at the salon. I was making money, paying my bills and saving and stuff like that. But I felt like I should be doing more, but I didn't know what more I was supposed to be doing at that time. And at the same time, it felt like I was going through a period where I was supposed to just be sitting until I was called. And a part of me felt like that's what I was supposed to be doing. And it was the hardest thing for me ever because I felt like I was wasting time. I felt like I was wasting my life. But it's like, how was I wasting time and wasting my life when I was doing everything that was meant for me to be doing within that moment? And eventually I was called, and for me being called was, for me, like I repeat in these videos, our experiences, our everyday lives, everything we go through is a prereq for the next moment. The next moment is your star moment, and even the present moment is your star moment. But at the same time, while you're starring in the show of your life, you're also learning, taking a class, and getting a prereq to be ready for the next moment. And it's like, I guess it wasn't until I had enough prereqs and finally everything clicked for me and I realized what I'm meant to do or what I want to do and what my billionaire life looks like. And for me, it's not about the money, but when I do coaching sessions with people, I'll use the whole billionaire lifestyle image for us to get money out of the way, because when we take money out of the way, we know what our ideal life looks like. And it's important for us to take money out of the way because we need money for survival. We design our lives around the kind of jobs we can get so we could pay our bills. But if money was no longer an issue, then we could be clear about what we would do for free. And then we would so happen to get paid to do that thing for free. So it's like you were tired because what you're doing is something you love. It's a hobby. But you're getting paid to do that hobby. And you can't get to that point without taking money out of the way and see what it is that you enjoy doing within your days so much to the point that you would do it for free. But, you would so happen to get paid for it. With this energy here, this is for some of us and probably for all of us. Like some of us probably entered into new careers or certain paths or whatever. But it's like with everything, it's like there's moments of transition. It's like seasons. It's like there's different seasons within life. And it's like it's time to just relax, reflect. It's time to basically do what's expected of you in this phase and wait until you're called again. And being called again feels different for all of us. It's like going through moments in your business where it's like business is kind of slow and then business picks up. But while business was slow, if you weren't resting and getting yourself together, when business pick up, you might be a mess and exhausted, because when you were supposed to be relaxing and reflecting and getting and educating yourself and preparing in whatever way you can, instead you was busy worrying about money and applying for this job, this thing, that thing, and the next. only for things to pick up. And you don't even have time for those jobs that you applied for because business is busy again. And only those of you who are entrepreneurial will understand. And then probably some of you, say you're in nursing and medical, and it's like you're at this job and they don't have enough hours, but then by the time you apply for the new job and you're in the new job, the hours are available here now. So now you're back and forth and you're running ragged and you're exhausted. And it's like, the gas and the back and forth is taking more from you than if you were to take up all these hours in the place you were supposed to be in. So it's like while everything was on freeze, basically while things were on pause, it was just a time for you to pause on a whole. And the tarot is the Six of Swords in the reversal position. In the upright position, this person is moving on. Moving on meaning moving on from a way of thinking, maybe moving on for a way of communicating, maybe moving on from information that one is consuming. But as you can see, the swords are on the boat. So wherever this person's going, the mindset is going with them. In the reversal position, this brings me to things being still at the moment. So something about the day feels still. It's like that whole saying, be still and know that I am God. It's like something about the day feels like, we need to be still and instead being reflective. Being still and being reflective is what's necessary. And that might feel hard today because Mercury is the ruler of the day and Mercury is squaring Neptune in Pisces, like the moon also squaring Neptune in Pisces. So the need to go within ourselves, be still and reflect might be hard. Where with the number one energies amplifying the day, we want to be in our masculine energy. And the masculine energy is survival energy. Masculine energy is action-oriented energy. So we want to take action. We want to make things happen. We want to make it happen since yesterday. We want to hit the ground running. And, I'm getting the feeling like things are a bit delayed. There's a small delay. And the small delay doesn't mean no. So say someone's waiting to hear back from a job or career or waiting to hear back from someone. And it's like not hearing back doesn't mean no. It's just a delay. Things are delayed. Like what's coming to mind is like, say me leaving the house and I'm going to work and on my way, I realize I forgot something and I got to turn around and go back home to get something. And it's like, maybe for whatever reason, I needed to get off the path that I was on for whatever reason and be delayed to get to where I'm going when I get there because that's when I'm supposed to get there. Or maybe that's the frequency that's available on the road that's in alignment with my frequency that will keep me safe. Maybe, I would have gotten on the road and there's a frequency that doesn't match with mine and a combustion, who knows? But I'm getting to just be still, be present, be still. Because with all this one energy, we could find ourselves just wanting to act and wanting to do, but we're acting and doing not from a place of reflection and how things make us feel and what's important to us. We're acting from that whole template thing that I mentioned, where it's like we're presented images and ideas of how we should be and how things should be. And we're acting from that opposed to acting from our highest self, from the guidance that exists within all of us. The moon is in Capricorn today. So with the moon in Capricorn, that goes back to the whole responsibility thing that I mentioned. Our inner world is in a place where we're reflecting on our responsibility and our ability to respond. And what is our responsibility and what isn't? Our inner world is in a place where we feel impatient and impulsive. And we feel like we need to have done things and make things happen since yesterday. And reflecting on our legacy, our place in the world. When will we make it? Will we ever get to the point of making our parents proud or our peers proud or our community proud or whatnot? Just a lot of pressure when it comes to our image in the world. And from that, we want to do. We want to act. We want to make things happen since yesterday. I like, though, that the moon is being positively aspected by Uranus in Taurus, Jupiter in Taurus, and Saturn in Pisces. So the positive aspects being made to the moon gives me the feeling of being motivated and having a vision of how we could create stability and security for ourselves. And we want to act on things, but something is slowing things down today. And we just have to trust that everything is working for our greatest good. And like I said, it's like sit down and wait till you're called. That's the feeling when it comes to the energy. And for me, over time, I've learned to sit down and wait until I'm called, because the times when, I needed to sit down and wait till I was called, I found myself being busy and getting myself involved in things that was a waste of time, money, and energy. Like say those of you who work for yourself, there's seasons within your business. So for me, the times when I was supposed to be resting, reflecting, or educating myself, I may have been busy trying to start something new, only to have waste money, time, and energy in those things, because when things speed up, I realized I wasn't interested in really jumping into that. It was fear and scarcity and lack that had me over there in the first place. So now I've learned to, ask, like, am I supposed to be waiting right now, or is there something I should be doing? And it's important to know the difference. Such a pleasure sharing this message with you. If you'd like to book a natal chart awareness coaching session with me, or check out my exclusive weekly content only available on Patreon, the links for that is in the description box below. But before you go anywhere, please let me know you're here with me by dropping me a red heart in the comment box below. I would love to hear from you and look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Love yourself as if your life depended on it, because it does. Take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.